Hello everyone, my name is Iba, and my final presentation is going to be on the First Amendment, its role and relevance in internet and social media. The First Amendment's apparently straightforward order that Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press turns out to be exceedingly unpredictable in its application to electronic media. Not exclusively should the professional researcher address the topic of what sorts of expression are naturally secured, he or she likewise should decide if the discourse at issue gets a similar invulnerability on the specific medium through which it is passed on. The issue did not start with, but rather is all around caught by Justice Robert Jackson's perception in Kovacs versus Cooper that the moving picture screen, the radio, the newspaper, and the handbill, the soundtrack, and the street orator have differing natures, values, abuses, and dangers. Each is a law unto itself. Along with the ascent of the administrative condition of the 20th century, Supreme Court embraced the position that differences in the characteristics of new media justify differences in the First Amendment standards applied to them. As a result, the court produced bodies of law and built up contrasting levels of assurance for cinema, broadcasting, satellite TV, communication, and the internet. The Supreme Court explicitly recognized the internet from different advances. For example, communicating taking note of that the internet can hardly be considered as scarce expressive commodity. The court brought up that online correspondence includes not only traditional print and news services but also audio, video, and still images, as well as interactive, real-time dialogue. It included that the internet is not as intrusive as radio or TV, and that neither before nor after the enactment of the CDA have the vast democratic fora of the internet been subject to the type of government supervision and regulation that has attended the broadcast industry. 50 years after the U.S. Supreme Court characterized wide established free discourse rights, we practice flexibility consistently by utilizing social media. All things considered, this utilization of freedom likewise is at issue in schools, the working environment, and past. The 50th commemoration of the choice, and additionally the 25th commemoration of the Internet, appears a decent time to reflect upon the estimation of uninhibited level-headed discussion during a time of online networking. A quarter century back, the Internet was naturally introduced to build up legitimate point of reference in the US of an established right of free expression. Without these lawful rights, the legislature may have squelched momentous social portable and information development. As the internet turns out to be always unavoidable, it goes up against more of the character of society all in all. The First Amendment is one of the central standards of our republic. It is in the manner impeccably characteristic to locate the First Amendment working in the internet. It will obviously set aside some time for the lawful framework to work out of the subtle elements, allegories, and subtitles. Until further notice, it is imperative to see how the First Amendment works in this present reality and how the courts have connected to the internet up until now, and to track the future advancements on the off chance that law and in past is present. It is additionally essential to remember that the internet cuts crosswise over national fringes and that not all administrations think about subjects' free discourse rights. In late cases, Germany, France, and Canada have endeavored to apply discourse confinements on U.S. organizations and residents.